What is going on with Diddy? Like, it's a lot of things that are coming out right now. I'm
Yeah.
a little not surprised. It just amazes me that one could have so much going on for themselves and we still fall into temptation of doing other things, right? You can be on the top of your game doing it. You have been allowed this opportunity to be the man, but it's still we fall victim to, our vices, as I would say. It's crazy to me. The last I heard was the raid. I don't know. I don't even know what the allegations. Does anybody know what the allegations are?
I think like child trafficking, like child sex trafficking.
Child. No, there's a difference between. So is child sex trafficking or just sex trafficking?
I think it was sex trafficking. Did they say child?
As it no, they haven't said child yet.
As it
stands, as it stands, it's sex trafficking, gun possession. They haven't said anything about the hard drives that they got in his 2 residences. So there's going to be a lot more that comes out.
So I've seen something about underage girls. That's why that was one of the complaints, I guess. So maybe that was just the news outlets reporting it.
You said they said
something about underage
girls.
You said what, Marky Mark?
They said something about underage girls, yeah.
Because I was thinking, if these women were in consent of what was going on, I know escorting, it's illegal to have, but how would that be any different from the Playboy Mansion? If it did not include underage females, is totally different.
The difference too is that at the Playboy Mansion, no money or nothing was being exchanged. So technically, that wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? If there was any money exchange or he was paying for them to, I think that's a little different. I think that's what makes it sex trafficking, because it was over. He was flying them out like over.
So when you go over state lines, that's when the feds can get involved. But he was supposed to be doing like a power broker. So it doesn't necessarily have to be cash. You can use influence as a form of paying for trafficking.
Interesting. Now, it does not surprise me that Lisa Wu was on there, because that's not her real name, and I think that somebody, and this is allegations, but I think somebody pulled her criminal record up, and it didn't have some stuff on there that wasn't so great. So her name being pulled into it wasn't a surprise to me. 50 Cent's baby mama's fighting back. She said she had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, she levied the allegation at 50 Cent after that, saying that he might have done something to her because he was teasing her about it, talking about, I didn't know I had married a prostitute. You was trying to have a baby with me, and now you were a prostitute.
But they were married? He was married to her?
Well, no. Well, he was saying like, yeah, we broke up because you wanted to have a baby, so you moved closer to me. That didn't work, and now you were a prostitute.
50's actually talking about going for full custody of his child also.
You should.
I saw that.
It's a big mess. But I have a different kind of question. I think that maybe perhaps to get that kind of power, you have to do certain things. Once you've done those certain things, then you're allowed to get that type of power, and all you know how to do is use that power to basically keep this cycle going. For example, Epstein, like, where did his true power come from? Once he was given it, once he was blackmailed, then he was given the power, and then he started doing the same thing that Diddy is being accused of, right? So I think that, honestly, they got to have people that do that stuff. Those people with that power have got to have people that does that, that provides that service. Diddy did something that was real unique, where in at least what I heard in the Miami home, he had a camera in every single room, and and apparently they have seized well over 200 hours worth of video footage. So I am curious to see what we get to learn before
Harrison, you be taking
he's
these long
suicided.
pauses. You be thinking you do.
I was gonna say, I think that I don't know if you necessarily have to do things once you get money. I think what happens is when you get enough money to get access, I think that's what makes you go in a direction to see how far you can go. And I remember a while ago we had this conversation in regards to, I think we had talked about like sex, and we were saying, like I was saying, I didn't understand for men, why do they need to do like degrading things to women when it comes to that. And Marcus, I think you said it. I think you were saying it's just to see how far you can go, like how is something in y'all psyche that like if a chick allows you to do whatever, it's just something about that, so you need to see how far you can go. So I think with money and power, I think that's the same, like that same high I guess y'all get from that is to see how far I can go. You're gonna keep pushing the envelope, and when you have money, it is no limit really to how far you can push the envelope. So I think that's really what it boils down to.
Yeah, I think I briefly remember that. I think what I was saying was that people who have like a desire to do something that's not normal have to reach like extreme celebrity so they can even have access to doing some of that. So I think I was trying to parallel, is there a correlate? Because a lot of times we have politicians be in that situation, like entertainers, actors, people who have reached the top. So is there a correlation between the people who have the drive to get there? Is it sexual? Because I think I paired it with like in high school, the guys who normally can get what they want in high school don't normally succeed to the upper limits because sexually they're able to satisfy everything they want to satisfy. But the men who don't usually get, like the guys people call nerds or say wasn't having sex in high school, usually really excel because the sex was off limits to them. So is it something biological about it?
I think so. What I personally think is,
Jen, you getting like a feedback or something.
I know, but I'm not. So now I didn't do anything. Okay, so basically what I'm thinking, because P. Diddy was known for his parties, right? The all-white party, people wanted to go, was like the best thing. I think people are always trying to one-up it. You're the guy of the party, so now you like got to do it extravagant. And then you have people like these other guys who they were known for being party goers, so that made them hide, like got them into another group of friends, because it's like, okay. The party house, and it kind of keeps your relevance a little bit, because let's just be honest, P. Diddy is big, but he kind of, it's going through, he's a little older now, so it's going down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Now his money may be going up, but he has to keep the relevance going a little bit. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but this is crazy. That you're never just satisfied with just being great. You just got to keep it. And that's another thing. People want stardom so bad, but they don't even understand what it takes to keep it. You want to be so relevant, and it becomes an addiction just to keep it going. To keep being in the spotlight, keep people knowing you for something. It becomes an addiction. And when you lose that, you feel lost, I don't know.
No, JD was talking about it. He said the game is like a light bulb with 11 million watts, and I'm just a moth addicted to the flame. Like that, fame is a drug, relevancy is a drug, clout is a drug. Power is a drug, and a lot of the stuff. And what they say, I think, quote the Shan, the other Shan, he be saying, Oscar Wilde quote is, what is it? Everything in the world is about sex, except the sex. That's about power.